Hi, Mike Sarah here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
Welcome back to another episode of Customer States, guys. It is that time in the week where we're all together and we know what to do. Strawberry.
I feel like mine was at like half-mast and didn't get the full effect.
What
Yeah.
your,
Well,
They're all
your,
the same cans.
Your
with
click,
Yes.
click harder next time. I don't know what to tell you.
half mass, click harder, either way. So, welcome back to Customer States, guys.
Who are you?
What are you? Welcome back to Customer States, guys. My name is Jake Reikus. Once again, hi, Mike. I've been in the automotive industry since I was a little kid. I've been doing the service advisor thing for about 3 years now, and I still enjoy it. So there's that. So I'm winning. To my left, returning this week, which we are all very excited about, is Kevin.
Yo, what's up? Kevin in the hizzy.
Yay!
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah,
I'm delighted.
I felt like it was time for me to grace you with my presence one more time.
It's much appreciated.
I'm at about 30% right now.
You got me this week. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
And to my left is the ever pissed off and head shaking Mike Sarah.
What?
Just super upset.
Otherwise known as Pod Dad.
Yeah, Pod Daddy. Hey,
Pod Daddy, that could be something.
what's up, Pod Daddy?
Pod Daddy.
There are many head shakes happening.
So many.
Well, you're absolutely correct, because I am sitting here shaking my head disapprovingly with all the negative. Yes. Yes. Okay, so hi, my name is Mike Sarah. This is the podcast Customer States, where we talk about everything in the automotive industry.
Yeah, we already did that, bro. Just tell us who you are.
He's just planned a clean break for editing.
Yes. There you go.
Front out.
Hashtag sell the bell.
All right. So we start 30 seconds in.
I am the shop foreman, senior master technician, transmission technician, the interviewer of employees, probably a few other hats. I've been in the automotive industry for about 20 years now. And to my left is Ali Paul, the warranty wizard herself.
What's up, guys? I do that every time. It is Allie. It's just comfortable, you know.
I like it. I
We're
like the repetition. It's
comfortable.
good. Yeah.
I have been a warranty administrator now for
too long.
11 years. It does feel like too long sometimes, but I still have a smile on my face and I have minimal mental breakdowns. So
A decade plus
Should
1
have seen
year.
her earlier today.
yeah, one cry per day. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You're allowed
Guys,
one.
silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody
I'm
gets
gonna
one.
live
Tell
longer
him,
because
Spider-Man.
I am
Expressive. You're
expressing my
releasing.
emotions.
Yeah.
I'm not bottling it all up inside.
Just shove it down.
Yep, just everything's fine.
Just to prove that statistic wrong, I'm going to live longer than you and I don't cry.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're going first.
You're going first.
Yeah, you were going first.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Yeah.
Sorry, Ellie, but let's be
Jesus.
honest.
no. Well, hopefully it's not anytime soon.
I hope not.
Oh, next week is.
No, he'll go, and then
Next week is what, 7 days?
Statistically, Ali, you'll be 4 years later.
Right. Well, I am
All right,
2
all right.
years older than Jake.
I missed you,
so
Kevin.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Basically.
We all like to have fun here.
Exactly.
So welcome to our happy podcast.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
make jokes here sometimes.
Adult jokey time. So it's another week, and I guess I'll start this off. So speaking about comfortability and where you work and all that crap. So the way that our dealership works is we've always kept it real basic. It's family owned. Everybody kind of gets used to it. Like I said, comfortability, you're used to it. Your customers like it. So it keeps everything.
What do you mean? Just like the whole
The way that things
steez of the operations?
the way that things are handled and what holds it all together. And what I mean,
The way everybody like gets together.
right, it's the glue. It's just the way that it operates.
Co-immerses and- yeah.
Exactly. So
I'm gonna come.
Vocabulary.
the glue that holds it together. We
I kept hearing comfortability and,
comfortability. We do lube oil filter rotates. We we have set prices, and it's really been that way. Besides the fact of it just increasing over time, which is totally normal.
It's called inflation.
Exactly. So we have X price for this service, just lube oil filter rotation. The Mazdas are fairly low maintenance. So, you have a 15,000 mile service, a 30, 75, 100K, some of the turbos, there's a few in between, but that's just the way that it's been. But with the new manager that we got, excuse me, we, there we go. We didn't do that to start. So at some point you'll hear the Kevin, with the new manager, and we are now using a company that is teaming with us for using some of their products. And we're starting to lean towards menu packages where, we use their online program.
For like this service, like for an automatic transmission service or a differential service or a
Right.
brake flush or something like that. Yeah.
Right, but at the point of customer facing, instead of being all like the blatant what they know, like in their owner's manual, what they can see, and then anything that the tech tells them from that point.
Right.
Now it's a little bit more right there, and it's like we have menus that we can print out and show the customer, let them, grab the steering wheel and really decide what they want to do with just more services, injector cleaning service, a crankcase cleaning service, O2 sensor cleaning service, different things like that. So we're slowly starting to lean towards that. So it's interesting to see how people are adjusting to this, to go from family owned, real small, you're used to what you're going to pay besides inflation. And now we're going to, it's like, okay, well, we can always just do your regular service, which you will always have people who are never going to stray from that.
Yeah. Change the engine oil and filter, rotate tires, do the basic
Full circle inspection and be done with it.
Yeah.
And if it needs something, the tech will tell me and they can decide if they want
Yeah,
to do
but if
it.
you're trying to sell, like, for example, like a Justice Brothers fuel injection cleaner service or an automatic transmission service, things like that,
Correct.
It's going to be a little bit extra.
Correct. So with these menu prices, how it's set up is like the base, like I said, which is just normal stuff like always, or you have a, I can't remember the first, but it's basically like the bottom, value, and preferred. So it's all got a little bit different. It's like the next stage up, you get everything in the previous tier plus a couple extras.
Yeah, the package levels.
Exactly, the package level. So in this, it's like I've already been using it, and it's nice in certain circumstances. And it's like, as a service advisor, you got to know how to read the people. You know that there are going to be certain customers who really like their car, who are going to be interested in this, and it's not for everybody. Like when we were trained for this, they said, look, this is a tool you can use. This really isn't something that you should just hit every customer with. You can, but you're going to want to start slow.
You got to feel it out,
Right, and that's
See how
it.
it's going to go.
Right, and if you have
how the reactions are.
Everybody's different.
Right, and you're going to have customers who walk in and it's like, I haven't been to service in forever. I really want the full bang for my buck, and that's when you can move that in. So with this also that kind of makes it interesting is this supplier that we use is it comes with extra protection if you use their products.
Right.
In certain intervals, during certain times, there's different tiers. So, if you use their injector cleaner and you use their crankcase cleaner and you use their MOA, that puts you in tier 1, which gets you, $4,000 worth of coverage for your engine, your fuel system, and, your transmission.
Yeah.
If you do less, of course, it drops down. So it's a good selling point. So it's been real interesting to see how people react to this. But it's new for me in the sense, because where I work, like I said, it was all pretty cut and dried where I work, and it's not how it's like at a lot of other dealerships.
You'll find that with the specialty services where there's people that will say, well, whatever the vehicle needs, and please just give it to me. And or you'll say, oh, well, in the lube, during your multi-point inspection, we noticed that the differential fluid is really dirty and needs a service, or
Right.
whatever fluid is dirty and needs a service. People are like, oh no, I could give two shits less. Like,
Right.
So you'll see two different types of people.
Yeah.
Some people will be able to understand that this really does need servicing. Some people won't be able to understand that.
Right. And then you also do have your in-betweens where it's the teeter-totter thing, where if you can really explain it like that, where it's like, yes, it's more expensive, but look, there is value behind this.
Right.
You can lead them in the direction of, it's like, look, I get it, you're used to this, but you do love your car. So if you go with this, you do get this extra protection. It's like, with the way that the Mazdas are, they're GDI, which is gasoline direct injection. So,
Okay.
And this isn't directed to you, but I know Mike and Kevin both understand how this works.
Okay.
GDI, well, like I said, it's not.
That's what I appreciate about you.
It's not an attacker to think that you don't know how cars work, because you do. You work
I'm
in the industry.
offended.
The way the GDI works is the injector is actually under. It is not behind the valve. It is in front of the valve. So
Okay.
where the pistons go, you have the valves. They lift up. It sparks and it sends it down. GDI is in front of the valve. And help me remember when it's behind the
What
valve.
in God's holy name are you blathering
PMI?
about?
When it's behind the valve, it's like called port fuel injection.
Right,
something
right.
like
So
that. Multi-point.
What,
there's a
like
bunch of different names
boat
for it,
directions, port side?
Port and bow. So basically what that is it's a dirtier engine. It's
Okay.
just all that there is. You get more carbon deposits. They burn hot. They dump a crap load of fuel. Better fuel economy, whatever, piston rings, blah, 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 blah. So with that,
Right.
yeah, that's something that a lot of the customers with Mazda, because we are getting more technical with it, and Mazda is trying to go for a more luxury approach.
Premium.
Right, a premium brand. They're really trying. So when,
Oh my God.
wow, that's a new one. Where did that come from? Did you put that on? Did you?
What? You better cut that, otherwise we're gonna have to pay for it.
I got less than 15 seconds. We're okay.
He's like, 1, 2. Sorry, guys, that was new. We digress.
So with that, it's like you can explain. It's like, this is what's really happening. They give you photos and stuff. So
I like that. I want
Right.
people to explain to me, like, why. Like, oh, it's not like the Dane Cook, like, there's unicorns poking holes in filters and shit like that.
what?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Yeah, exactly. What in God's
What
holy
in God's
Oh my
holy
God.
name are you blathering about?
I'll find it. We'll put it in as a soundbite. It'll be
phrasing.
fantastic.
So it's like I said,
Shitting in filters. That's what it was.
Shitting
Shitting in
in
filters.
filters.
Unicorns shitting in filters. Okay.
So we're growing. So it's interesting to see, and it's making me a tiny bit nervous. It's like, we're all not used to this, so we don't know how it's going to affect our customers. We don't know if they're going to look us in the face and laugh, or if they're slowly going to get used to this. So we're curious to see how the whole customer retention thing's going to play out.
I mean, I don't think that it's going to necessarily turn anybody off from the dealership if they've already been comfortable working with you guys in the past. However,
You would think.
there's going to be people that are just going to be like, I don't want any of that. And
Right.
And then you just let it go, right?
Well,
I mean, okay,
right.
Great.
you mark it down in their permanent file and don't try to upsell anything.
Yeah. So And Mike, and I don't know why this popped in my head, but speaking about letting it go, you want to take on the COVID papers?
The COVID paper.
Our announcement that we got that you could not let go, that you did not receive one.
Oh, I did receive one.
But this was the following day, which you believe did. I know I'm not going to get one, babe. They don't give a crap about me.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about this. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, COVID's still a thing. It's going on. Everybody's doing their best. Everybody has different opinions of different things, and I respect that completely. Some opinions I respect more than others, but whatever. And there has been some people out recently, and we're a small dealership. So word travels fast, and it's just the way it is,
Some things will never change.
Yep.
And it never will. I mean, it just won't. And so one person, it was found out directly.
Patient zero.
So basically what happened is my coworker. Okay, so we were going through the files, and one of my coworkers found a positive COVID test with the person's name in a stack of papers. Cause HIPAA. Anyways.
Cause HIPAA.
So mistakes were made. Everybody's human. Somebody printed out. They put it in the wrong. So then a letter goes out to everybody in the dealership that one person has it. And these are all the places that they came in contact with. And that's really, I'm really glad that they did that.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they do have to tell you.
Of course, yeah.
Except for, I know,
after the fact.
allegedly, there are more people out, allegedly, for sake of being vague.
Yeah, well,
And-
I mean,
Nothing was mentioned about that.
We're not allowed to tell who it is. But
well,
it's
Mike,
pretty
I
obvious.
mean,
I don't
Mike,
want- I don't
Mike's
have to
had
know who it is.
issues where he comes home and he's like, "Oh yeah, people were positive at work," and it's like, okay, so they're gone, right? And then it's like 2 days later they're back at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
We had a tech who was out allegedly with a positive. And
Allegedly.
and he was back the next day.
This is all our opinion. This does not reflect on any other entities.
And what
It's a real delicate line right now.
It is.
So
yeah.
difficult.
Well, and
to deal
especially
with.
because you've got regular COVID, you got the Delta variant, you got the Theta variant, you got whatever else they're thinking. I don't know. I don't
The
know.
alpha and the omega.
Yeah, the
variant.
What is it? The tridelts or whatever.
Lambda.
Right, the tri-labs. So your place of work is technically like required to tell you when that somebody has tested positive, whether it's 1, 5, 6, or whatever. But you just can't say the name. But you're supposed to go, hey, this is where we think it started from. This is how many people have it. We've disinfected this, but if you want to stay away for 24 hours, you totally can. Maybe you should get tested.
And they did offer if you want, because in our area, if you want a rapid test, it costs more money. So our employer is paying for anybody who wants a rapid test.
The biggest thing is that if it's 1 or 2 people in a dealership or whatever, or in a certain department, depending on how big that department is, that's okay. But if it's multiple people in a dealership or in that specific department, then they consider that an outbreak. And
If everything you're doing is bad,
then you have
So
to-
how
I want
many
you to
is
know this.
multiple people asking for a friend not related to me at all? Okay.
It can't be a couple. It's got to be a few.
It's got to be a few. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
So, I mean, and that maybe that's depending upon state regulations or
Right.
county you live
Everything-
in. or
everything's a
whatever,
little different.
I don't know how it is in Canadian land, but yeah, I mean,
All of our Canadian land listeners, hit us up.
it's definitely different. Oh yeah, by the way, you can reach us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com. We're at Facebook, Customer States Podcast.
I like this. I like the little island of Sochmead.
It's pretty fun. We love when you guys talk to us. That's for dang
Yeah,
sure.
it
He's really lonely.
Shit, Jesus.
I'm super low.
We're all lonely. We're gonna lock down again and
Well,
be
with the COVID going
land
on.
again.
Well, it just tells us that you guys are enjoying the content. It's like when you converse with us, we're all like, oh, well, this is somebody who went out of their way to contact us. It's
Or
nice.
you don't like the contact and you
can still do that. It's like, hey, we're not prejudiced. It's like if you want to just tell us we suck, we'll still probably read it on the air.
bring it on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's really great when your employer is trying to be super
Proactive.
transparent and proactive, because when they're not, it causes, for lack of a better word, like hysteria.
Pandemonium.
They don't care about us. Well, there's all these other like thoughts,
That hoe over there.
through the
Different thought. Sorry.
different thoughts. Sorry.
Where's the cash register noise or something? That hoe over
I'll
there.
do it.
That's fucking 4 pages over.
It's just it's,
I know your
it's
frustration.
not going to happen.
That's at the very beginning.
Have you ever used Tinder? Well, you'd be great at this soundboard. Swipe, swipe.
So yeah, it's nice to be informed, but sometimes half truths hurt, and it's like,
And it's hard to look, and I understand. It's like with that when we found out, generally speaking, about what was going on, people were pissed, but at the same time, if they feel that it's under control truly, and to maybe, like you said, the whole half-truth thing, sell the bell. It's
Truly.
you're right. It's hard to look at like ownership looking down or higher management looking down. It is, I'll give them that. There can be a sense of keeping the peace. You don't want people to lose their shit.
That's what she said.
I mean, listen, I've devoted 11 years of my life to a place. And
There are some things you expect, or
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did announce it. I'm not saying that in a negative light. I just keep it up.
keep it up.
That's what she said.
And before we go on to the next little segment here, I am so angry every single time I try and visit you at work, Mike. You're gone.
Well, that's
I have
you
the-
come at the most inopportune
Yeah, I
times.
know. I've got the worst.
not come.
Oh,
Do
Jesus.
not come.
It's you,
Damn, that
Allie.
is
What the fuck?
crazy.
Do not come.
Do not come.
Wow.
And
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
You too. You have to do it. You have to do it. We all did it.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, that was sexy.
Sad. Sell the bell.
Don't worry, I'll edit that out.
You were like, I'm gonna come.
I need a
Do
bad
not
tree.
come.
I need a bad tree feeding.
Can I get a 3-second break so that I can edit that out, please?
If we have sudden silence, you know why.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Okay, so while we're on a topic break, I actually have some funny news from the Ford world.
Sorry, that wasn't the funny part.
We had a service bulletin come out the other day. Everybody's got a smartphone, and we all know what an emoji is, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
some of you may be ridiculous enough to include an emoji in your sweetheart's name or your ex-lover's name or whatever sort of,
Like that eggplant emoji.
or a heart or a poopy stool thing or whatever.
Poopy stool. Oh my gosh, my niece is convinced that that's frosting.
Chocolate frosting, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phrasing?
Or a juicy fish. Fish.
Yeah.
What is that?
A
The
peach.
peach.
Oh,
Peach.
Oh,
a
peach.
juicy fish.
Hey, I'm a fan of peaches.
Millions of them.
Millions of peaches for free.
Peaches
actually.
for free.
Oh,
damn it, Mike. God damn it.
Gotta
You
limit
guys,
let
if we
somebody
go any
else go
further,
peach.
we're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, let's move on.
Peaches for free.
If you happen to be one of those crazy people that have an emoji in the person in your contact info's name,
Yes.
and you receive a phone call or try to call them in your Ford vehicle, you're gonna have a problem. Your sync screen, infotainment screen, whatever you want to call it these days, may shut down, reboot, restart, go to completely black. It's a problem that we have currently, and Ford is currently
like-
working on a
Sometimes
solution
may
to
be
it.
good, sometimes may be shit.
It's like, oh, you want to go night-night?
Why don't you just make somebody's name like Jake Rikus, like it is in my phone, and just move on
No,
with
we
life? There's
all
no
know.
need
Don't
for
you lie to
emojis.
everybody.
Wait.
There's a few eggplants after your name.
There we go.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here.
How many eggplants and water drop emojis are after his name?
It's like that meme. It's like, Dad, a girl texted me, hey, how many Y's? 3? She wants the D.
That's horrible. Oh my god,
Dude, that's a classic. How many Y's? So it crashes the system, huh?
Yeah, it's Ford's working on an update. I mean, Coldplay, I guess, had this announcement. I think it was Coldplay. Coldplay had this announcement that they were going to come out with a new album with like 6 tracks on it, and the titles of the tracks were all emojis.
Oh, geez.
And
Ford's like, don't you dare play Coldplay.
Well, it came up on the radio, which is archaic, I know. But so it came up on the radio, and they're like,
that?
how are the radio DJs gonna like announce these songs? Is like, oh, and here's heart emoji by Coldplay, or,
right?
You know, here's a cucumber, eggplant, splashy thing emoji from Coldplay.
It's like when you have Siri read your text messages like through Apple CarPlay.
So
it's like, hi babe, how are you doing? Eggplant emoji.
But that's something that all of these things are gonna have to go through because. You know what? Millennials or whatever have emojis in names. I don't understand it myself, but
yeah, if you
how
have
it happens.
Apple CarPlay, Jake does this to me all the time, and it makes me laugh so hard. Like if you have Apple CarPlay and it reads you the text, he'll be like heart emoji, eggplant emoji, crying face emoji, and there'll be 35 emojis, and it takes like 5 minutes for the
the system to like recognize it all.
Honestly, it's just I want to know what this emoji is called. That's really why I do it. It's like, what is this one? Ninja surfing. Oh, okay.
It's like the dictionary for emojis.
Right, exactly. Siri can help me. And that's kind of weird. Well, not weird. I mean, stuff like that happens with cars, but that's crazy. I
mean, the problem is that the cell phone companies are constantly coming out with updates.
Right.
And we have all this new technology coming around. And if you think that the base program that was programmed into your car if you figured that the base programming that when your car was built is going to last up with your 3 updates with your whatever phone brand that you've gotten since the phone happened, it's not going to keep up. So you have to bring your car in for the updates, or if you have over-the-air updates, then you can do that. But I mean, there's always going to be something that's not going to be compatible. It's the same thing with software issues with the computers, or even an application on your phone. There's always going to be an update for the application on your phone. It's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be a problem.
I have a question. So when this happens, if you reboot the system, like if you turn the car on and off, does it go away? Or is it just like broken forever now? Like,
no,
oh, sorry, eggplant emoji broke my
cycle.
Infotainment system.
I was going to say, that's a good question. I was just about to ask, is it like the screen of black death and then you're just stuck until a new update comes out or something?
No, I believe it goes away on a key cycle.
Okay.
I haven't actually seen it at the dealership yet, but it was just a crazy message that came across. It was like, customers who have names with emojis or contact names with emojis in the name in their contact list. It's like, what? Like that's a thing that we have to talk about now?
Yep.
It's wild.
It is
super wild.
It is kind of wild, and it's like I get what you're saying, to see like I said, to watch cars upgrade with technology and see actual technology like your phone follow behind. It's like before, it's like, you get a special service bulletin. It's like, your fuel tank may leak and it may ignite the car. Now it's like, don't you dare have an emoji on your contact name now.
Remember when cars came out with the little 1/8" jack for like an auxiliary input? Oh, and then when they came out with the USB jack. Oh, and then when they came out with blue. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy to see these things evolve over the years.
Right. Well, and
it's wild.
And like you said, where certain things aren't compatible. It's like, I have had customers either come in with old Mazdas where they've got like an iPhone 12X 25 36 bajillion gigabyte version, and they're
now
like
with 8 cameras,
and it's like, they're like, my Bluetooth doesn't work. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, your car's from 2013. And they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it kind of does, but I
doesn't recognize this
But I understand
technology.
if you don't understand.
This technology is from the future.
Yeah.
It doesn't understand.
Every time Apple comes up with a new
OS.
hard OS,
Yep.
not just a fucking revision, which is the point whatever.
Okay.
Right.
Super hard
14,
OS.
13, like a
Yep.
hard OS upgrade. Those manufacturers, every manufacturer has to
Dump.
reverse engineer
Yep.
for Apple, and Apple does not give them anything
Yep.
to work with. So I've run into this problem a lot. I've actually had a couple head units replaced in my Tacoma. I don't know why I didn't want to say that.
Because you're so used to us like being coy.
So I have a
Schmacoma.
yeah, 17, and I've had a head unit replaced already, and it's just,
Wow.
like I would get a phone call, and then my head unit reset and constantly go into a
Don't have emojis in your
No,
names.
I would get the upgrade, the new iOS, and it would completely fuck everything up.
Yep.
It's crazy. I mean, I probably spent more time at the dealership for my phone not working with.
Oh, yeah.
Than a technical
So-
issue.
so
Thanks
Ford-
to Toyota, because Toyotas are better than everything else.
I don't know how your guys' manufacturers work
Press
with it,
X for doubt.
but Ford is constantly coming out with updates for the system.
Same with the Mazdas.
It's impossible to keep up with.
You want to hear something that kind of sucks though with that is how Mazda goes with their updates. They're constantly coming out with it, but their verbiage for like when you go on to our tech sheet list, whatever, to like, it's MGSS for us, but it's just Mazda Global Support System.
Where all the tech tips
Right.
and everything.
That's just where we find it. The verbiage of that is you should never let a customer update their system unless the system is showing problems, or else that update may make problems arise. So they release these updates. It's like, and people can find them because of forums, and I hate fucking forums.
Yeah.
I absolutely despise.
Oh, well, I read online,
As
oh
a
my
customer,
God.
Everything else in your life, you love forums.
Right.
So
Right. It's a catch-22 thing, but
if you guys were more honest, then we wouldn't have to read forums to learn about the little secrets and shortcuts to get around
Listen,
the bullshit.
don't lump me in with these guys because I am honest.
All I'm gonna say. You go in and you say X, Y, and Z, they have to do A, B, C, and that's gonna fix your problem. But if you don't, then they're gonna pretend like nothing's happening, and until you say those magic words, then fuck you. Instead of being like, hey, there's something that can make your truck better.
Maybe at some dealerships that you've gone to, but not mine.
Oh, never.
well, and at least on this, I try to be as honest as possible with that, and I will tell customers, it's like, look, I get it that you went to a forum and you realize there is a new version and you just want it. We can, man, but if we do this and your system gets effed, we can't do anything about it. You chose to do this on your own accord. So it's like, that's where that weird gray area is.
Per
It's like,
customer request.
exactly. Ever since you, no. These tech notes and my notes say otherwise,
60% of
sweetheart.
the time, it works every time.
So before we go on our real quick,
Wait, finish your thought.
real quick, does Ford cover updates as part of 336 new vehicle warranty?
That sounds like a no.
I'd have to consult with my warranty administrator. It might be. I really don't know. I don't deal with that so much in the shop. So
It's not really in the transmission
our
technician
updates are
vein.
covered under the 336.
the interesting thing is that our newer vehicles, such as the Mach-E, will do over-the-air updates.
That's what the
Oh,
new.
that's cool. That's
what the
this-
new 2021
Yeah.
CX-5, CX-9s, and Mazda 3s will do.
So I mean, that's more.
Yeah, for a
that's
while.
more of the wave of the future.
Correct.
Your car's at home. It's hooked up to your Wi-Fi. Like, let's get it done.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we heard the keys. We know what that means. We're going to go to a quick break. Thank our sponsors. We will miss you all dearly. We'll be back.
Hey guys, Kevin here. So I kind of made a little bit of a boo-boo. I seem to have turned my mic not into the mute position, but the off-air position, which is like 10 times mute. So I'm kind of muted throughout this. Really what you're missing is me just bitching about how Toyota doesn't let me upgrade my screen, and when they do, it fucks up and my shit crashes, and then they replace head units and it doesn't help. And bottom line, it's starting to work at this point. But yeah, that's all you're missing. So sorry for my mistake, and enjoy the episode.
Mike, what are you eating? That looks amazing.
Oh, this? It's just a delicious Elsinore burrito from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Is that nacho cheese sauce and hot Cheetos?
Nacho cheese, hot Cheetos, and their mouth-watering carne asada. And I'm dipping it in their creamy guac.
Creamy guac. Yum.
Giggity.
I guess this is a great time to remind everyone that if they're ever in the Inland Empire area, visit Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Yeah, totally. Check them out on facebook.com/Ranchito Elsinore.
Or on their Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
Now I want me some Elsinore burrito and some of that creamy guac.
Giggity.
I can always give you some of my creamy guac, Jake. Just ask.
El Ranchito Taco Shop, Lake Elsinore.
More than just great Mexican food.
Hey guys, welcome back from the break. This is Kevin again in the future. So, like I said, my mic was muted, and of course, this was my time to bring us back from break. So we didn't hear shit about our wonderful sponsors, and I'm apologizing for that up front. So here we go. So big shout out to Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore. If you want that good, go see him. And then we also want to shout out Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing, supplying Justice Brothers products to the 805 area for many, many years. So yeah, let's get on with the episode. All right, and we're back. And once again, big shout out to Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore and Travis Ferris of Justice Brothers products out here in the area we live in.
only the best of the best.
Just vague enough to work.
It's 805, what up? Woo-woo!
Justice vague.
So, let's crack them.
We salute you. For those about to rock.
Honestly, the best part of the crack is not even necessarily the pop, but when you hear the actual aluminum like tear, the tab, that's my favorite part.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff inside the can.
Well, that's
Seems
obvious.
Also true.
Hey, Kevin, have I mentioned how much I really like those headphones?
My headphones?
Yes, your headphones. Yeah, they're sweet, bro.
They're really sweet.
They are.
What are we doing?
We could talk off air about how much they cost.
We were talking about ketchup at the break.
So we were talking about ketchup. We also brought it up in last week's episode.
Yes, we
and
did.
there was also a very popular thread on the Facebook page for the podcast.
We're using popular lightly.
Well, it was popular in my opinion.
Not in my
Well,
opinion.
you're a fucking DJ.
So yes, this is also true. So essentially, this is a video that was posted in a group in response to something or like
Just
an attention grabber.
Sting.
So I of course had to send it to you guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike.
Then
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
a good friend of ours, Norman,
Hi, Norman.
wanted to hear
Norm!
wanted to hear our impressions of it. So for those of you who haven't seen the video yet,
Scene's not good enough. Experienced it.
experienced, yeah.
My life has changed.
I'm gonna go ahead and let Jake explain the video because I would explain it in too much detail and like drool would be coming out of my mouth. So we'll let Jake take over from me. Okay.
It starts off fine.
Yeah, it does. It leads you in with a false sense of security, and it seems innocent, and it's just it's a girl that's sitting on a chair that's getting a tattoo, and you're like, okay, well, since it came from Norman.
I'm gonna come.
Mike's just drooling in the corner. He's like,
Nipples were rubbed.
Yeah, exactly. So it starts off and you're like, okay, this should be fine. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, this came from Norman, so it's not going to be fine.
Do not come.
Yeah, I didn't have any expectations for this. I hope you all know. I had no idea what was going to happen.
You know what? I kind of did when she first starts and it's just normal, but then she kind of gets that like look on her face where you're all like
kind of biting her
I'm
lip.
gonna come.
Yeah, she's kind of biting her lip and the eyes are kind of doing that like that feels good thing. And I'm like, I'm already uncomfortable. So
Like a Tessa face from
Some people enjoy getting tattoos.
erotic fantasy.
yeah, but this was a little bit more than
Okay,
enjoying to get
so
a
then
tattoo.
what
So
happens?
it slowly starts to pan. and it starts going down her leg, and you're like, well, that's not where she's really getting tattooed. What's this about? And my heart rate starts to go up, and I'm getting scared. And and then it goes to a picture of, I assume, her boyfriend, who is, in lack of a better word, deep throating her fucking toes.
Covered.
No. First shot is just him deep throating her toes.
I don't know. It's all a blur.
Okay.
And then it goes and pans back up to her, and she's like licking her lips and biting her lips.
Really
and
enjoying the tattoo experience.
Very orgasmic. And then it pans back, and out of nowhere, this guy whips out a bottle of ketchup and drenches those piggies and continues to suck the fuck out of ketchup-covered toes.
Nope.
Like a cup of ketchup.
Yes.
Oh, it is. It's like a cup of ketchup.
Way more than the suggested serving size.
It's
So there is no God, just
yeah,
so you all know. Do not come.
And you know, I do enjoy ketchup on some things. Fries. Allie hates me for this, but I like ketchup on Blue Box mac and cheese.
Okay, if you do this, I love everyone who listens to this podcast, but if you do this, you are wrong. It is.
So you get
She's
nothing.
drawing a hard line in the
Right,
sand
exactly,
with
so-
the Blue Box and ketchup.
Yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion, even if
it's
you
wrong.
are wrong. Yeah.
However wrong you are.
Right. Right. So to each their own, but with this, it is he covered. Oh God, I'm
Allie, are you okay there? Oh my God.
Careful, man. There's a beverage here.
I'm having Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh my God. Yeah. So when I saw this,
The trees are speaking, feeding me.
my first reaction was utter amazement that anyone.
Can get that down on ketchup toes.
Well, I guess everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that a thing? Like Rule 34 or whatever?
That's a not. Yeah.
Rule 34.
Yeah. If you can think about it,
There's a
is a
porn of
porn
it.
about it.
Oh.
If you.
It's like Rule 34 of the internet or
Yeah.
something.
If you. Yeah. Anyways.
I can see that.
So
And then my second reaction was, I don't want to live anymore.
And then my second reaction was
fetch me the melon baller. I tire of my eyeballs.
hashtag sell the bell.
that is actually a group on Facebook, so I really can't take credit for that.
Oh my God.
So yeah, ketchup, feet, normal stuff.
When I saw that video for the first time, kind of the only comment I had posted was like, well, I guess ketchup really does go on everything.
Oh God, man.
It doesn't.
Yeah, God.
Honestly, if it was
I'm legitimately distracted, and that concerns me.
I'm
In a good way or a bad way?
Kind of both. I don't know.
Well, okay, if you want to do that, it has to be ranch. I'm not into ketchup.
This is why I love you. This
In a
is,
van down by the river.
can it be like Topper's Ranch or like
Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley or nothing?
But
She's
only
classy.
the
You
powder,
don't
not
skimp.
the pre-made.
Yeah, gotta be
It
the
has
powder.
to be the homemade version where you
the
mix
homemade.
the mayonnaise and the buttermilk.
Yeah, buttermilk, mayonnaise, and the powder, and it's way different. Yep,
It's much better.
it is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blew
what
your
are you
mind.
doing in life?
Not eating ranch.
Being all healthy and shit, not eating mayonnaise.
So we'll kind of roll with this because it was something that Norman showed us. We've got something else, and before we read it, the idea behind this is like, everybody has what they like, and you should always
Tell them they're fucking wrong.
there's that, number one, and number two.
Always express your opinions, kids.
Yeah, you should always be yourself in this industry and build on who you are.
Don't try to blend in.
Right.
Don't try to do what everybody else does. It's okay to be yourself.
Right.
Yeah, don't
Sometimes.
just be eating hot sauce all willy-nilly to fit in.
Oh, come on. That was
That
fun.
was awesome.
You guys
that
enjoyed
was
that.
was a bonding
It
experience.
was a bonding experience.
We've never
just like
bonded
what we're about to talk
so
about.
hard. Okay, sorry.
That's what she said. So we have and going off of the you should always be yourself, even though sometimes you might have fun stories. We have a story from Chris. We have a story by Mr. Jones. And thank
Me?
you. Huh?
And
Oh, yeah. Mr. Jones. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Well, it can't get copyrighted if it's shit.
If it's like indiscernible.
So, a story by Chris Jones. I want to say I was 16, maybe. My family went to Florida. I was and still am a passionate scuba diver, which me and Allie are, so this kind of hits close to home because it's hilarious, and
Yep.
this myth, which we will get to, still exists to this day. The water is the only place I feel graceful. I went by myself on a dive boat. There was me and maybe 6 other divers,
Divels.
all big, brawny men. I felt very small and hairless. You have to understand dive culture. Some people like fish, some people like the quiet, some people, dudes with bad fathers, like to pretend they're Navy SEALs. And I will attest to this. This
This is a thing.
this exists, and
Of course.
it is a whole nother world with this. You've got your group like me and Allie who just it's true. If you've never scuba dived, you should. It's extremely tranquil under the water. It's awesome. And then you have your, oh my fucking god, I am awesome. I can hold my breath for 19 minutes and I'll kill a shark if it looks at me cross. So, and there's really no in between. So they pretend they're Navy SEALs. They strap knives to their legs and get all big balled about how little air they use. This boat was filled with those meatheads. On our way to the dive site, I was like, are we invading Bermuda? They were all strapped and wearing 4-foot fins, telling tales about how they routinely dived to 300 feet and fought sharks. Several confessed underwater murders. Today I'd be like, sorry about your shitty childhoods, but being a teenage boy is hard in some ways. I was sort of intimidated and wanted to badly to be along. I did not belong. My mummy and daddy had driven me to the boat
Mummy.
and were waiting on the shore for me with ice cream. Anyways, we divided, and the biggest chet
Wait.
of the bunch, what? Yes,
We dived.
That's what that word is.
we dove.
Dove.
Yeah, but she said divided. Okay, moving on.
either way.
And the biggest.
And the biggest chet of the bunch got a wicked jellyfish sting on his face, like he'd been slashed with broken glass. Whether any of his other stories were true, I had no idea, but now he had a true story about the time a jellyfish turned his lips into sausages.
Damn.
We-
Who needs Kylie Jenner's lip challenge, you guys?
We scrambled back onto the boat. The guy was screaming through his gritted teeth. So pretty quickly, he laid out flat on the deck. Back then, the theory, which still existed today, was ammonia helped treat jellyfish stings. Apparently, it does not. A good source of ammonia is...
Urine!
Out of nowhere, these big hairy bros started pissing on his face like dogs fighting over a fire hydrant. I'd never
This
seen...
is about to be in the same echelon as the ketchup video. Just saying.
It is.
but I still had I lost my place. I apologize.
I'd never seen anything like it.
I could have found it on my own. I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, where would I have? But still, I had a lot to learn about diving and manhood. I was a little, okay, I guess we're doing this. I shouldered into the circle and peed on him too. I didn't just tinkle on this dude either. If you've ever gone diving, you know that you absorb or swallow half the ocean. You have to piss like a racehorse. It was like I was a bilge pump. I emptied a bucket on this guy.
I was reminded years earlier of going to Cleveland Municipal Stadium, maybe. Some ballpark that had circular urinals. I had to stand
Wait.
there.
What?
Circular
urinals?
Yeah.
When you go to sporting events, there's a couple of different.
Are we
there's-
talking about like a trough?
Yeah.
Okay, but instead of trough against a wall, it's in the center and it's a big circle.
Yeah, so you all
Like a
just-
fountain of pee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Except
Okay.
coming from outside in.
Yeah, it's like a reverse fountain.
It's like a vacuum fountain.
Wow, you guys are doing it wrong.
We have a lot of fun.
You know, you know the game
Just
Hungry
don't cross
Hungry.
the streams.
Yeah, you know the game Hungry Hungry Hippos,
Ghostbusters.
but with piss.
Oh. What? Okay. Sorry.
Okay,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where's my beer?
please grab that.
Not close enough.
Okay. I had to
Phrasing.
stand I had to stand there in this circle of bikers and longshoremen and take out my tiny peen and hang one. The boat was like that, but at least I'd hit puberty. We doused that guy like he was on fire.
There was more urine on that boat of the deck than in the ball pit at IKEA. And then we all acted like the biggest fucking heroes in the world, giving each other high fives and shit. It was the weirdest thing. These guys were all jacked.
It's a bonding experience.
We headed back to shore. Piss Boy sat
Oh my
alone,
God.
staring out to sea. I remember thinking, he doesn't look okay. It wasn't just a jellyfish thing. That trip had changed him. He'd gone out a man who had never been peed on. He was coming back knowing that he could never say that again. Everybody else was quiet too, until one of the other guys piped up. We should have pissed into cups or something and then poured them onto you. That would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been.
And the guy just looked over like
judgment.
And the guy just looked over like a man who had wished everything was different and whispered, "Yeah." We got back and said goodbye. 6 strangers brought together by fate to urinate all over another stranger's face. My parents asked me how my dive had gone. Great, I said. I didn't tell them I had peed on a man for the first time. I just ate my ice cream. It was reward enough.
Oh, man.
That's fantastic. And long story short, this is why you should always be yourself.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to like blend it with other people, but you know, just like your mom said or whatever, like if you know your friends are jumping off a bridge, would you too?
Would you do it as
You know,
yeah.
you got to read the situation. But
Right.
bottom line is, do not try to blend in. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, if
And
that's what you like
stand
to
up
do.
for yourself. Like, if you think something's not, like, exactly right, like, there's probably a reason why you think that.
Gut feeling tends to save your ass quite a bit.
Yeah, usually go with your gut. That's what
Yeah.
what I do, and it seems to work out pretty good.
Not with your urine.
No,
Not with your urine. I'm marking my territory. When you first start as a tech, you'll have to piss around the whole bay because that one is yours. There are many bays like it, but this one is mine.
Otherwise, they're gonna know that you know that it's potential territory for them as well.
Exactly.
So you gotta mark it.
Yeah, you know. But
I'm never going in a bay again.
you know, and it's even though it's slightly off topic from the whole automotive, but this is really funny. It's crazy. You know what? And actually, we can tie this with like mechanics. You have ones who, like you, Mike, you're proud of what you do, but you're not show offy. It's just, you know, you're good. You're always willing to help somebody. You're always willing to train somebody, but it's not swinging your dick around type of thing. It's like, it's modesty with the same thing of you've earned your knowledge.
Right.
So it's like the same thing there. It's like with this, it's like there's a lot you can learn. It's like, you know, taking from the scuba, whatever. It's like people who are really adamant about this craft, about being in the automotive field. There's 2 different types of people, and you got to realize being yourself is you don't really want to learn from that Chad. The one who's like, I can. It's like
Name drop much.
it's like I can.
Chet was used in the story.
Yeah, but
really.
it was Chet, but you know, Chet,
I know,
right?
yeah.
The Chet.
It's like, you know, you're gonna have those guys that you meet where it's like I can deadlift a transmission myself, and you know I can do this and that, and I can drop an engine.
I know
in.
someone who's hurt his back deadlifting a transmission.
You're looking at them.
Yeah, same. So with that, it's like you got to realize when you get into a craft that you like, it is all a growing experience. So you've got to figure out who you are. You never, no matter how cool that guy seems, and it's like I can get that coming in fresh. You see somebody who all these stories, whatnot. Anybody who gloats in that such a way, that is not the person you want to learn from.
Right.
It's like Mike, on the other hand, it's all like that's somebody who's been in the craft. He doesn't have to prove to anybody that he's good. It's just the fact he's willing to share that knowledge. Like with me, and when I taught Allie to scuba dive, it was the same thing. It's like you'd have people there who didn't do safety checks because why would you do that? I've done this 1,000 times. You know, don't check if all of your equipment is working. It's all like, with me, it's like anytime somebody wants to teach me something new, I'm willing to learn it with
Absolutely.
that. In that situation, it's like, with me and her, Allie, it's like I check her BC, I check her tank,
After I check it myself.
Correct.
Like a double check.
I make sure it's fitted to her properly. It's everything. It's like when it's something you truly care about, and even when you're working inside of a bay, if you're not careful, if a car's not lifted on your rack properly, if if your engine hoist isn't, centered properly, accidents can happen, and that's the thing. It's like, to begin with, when you go and you learn from these people who are like, I'm a macho motherfucker, when you get into trouble, you at that point do not have the experience to pull yourself out.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
I also think a lot of ladies in the industry can relate to this too, right? Because you're in a male-dominated industry, and there is a push to be like one of the guys and to fit in a lot of situations. And so, but you have to keep yourself in that. There's a balance. Like, yes, you want to fit in, but you also want to be you, because at the end of the day, do you just want to be like everybody else, you know?
Or do you want to be a badass bitch? Speaking of which, it's like, I still have never met Sam, but she seems like she falls into that category.
If we keep calling her out enough, she'll be forced to come on here out of shame.
Sam.
Thank you. Yes, it'll work eventually, I promise.
And Eric, it's all like, hi, buddy. I'm glad that I got to see you today. And it sounded like you were very chivalrous today, and you gave her a ride to pick up her car, I think, is what was happening.
Yeah, of course. Anything for a coworker.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's just down the street, but apparently it was.
But he won't stay behind for me.
It is something to sacrifice.
Is that because Sam's prettier than me?
It means a lot that someone is sacrificing their parking spot.
Well, he was going home at that time. So.
Okay. Well, then fuck you, right?
Oh my God.
I mean, I had to go home anyway. I was already.
Yeah,
leaving.
I know.
Why not?
Yeah. It's true.
Okay. So we have another one.
Another one.
From Norman today. So thank you again very much, Norman. Thank you. I wanted to share with everybody. Oh, yes. The rustling of the papers. Yes. I wanted to share with everybody a new game that we should all. Well, no, I guess I can't say that.
Okay, wait. I will wait.
No.
I will do
Legally,
the disclosure. You should definitely do this, but you should definitely not do this. But you should do it.
But you should not do this. So,
We at Customer States are not liable for any collisions happening
at the workplace.
at the workplace.
You're not my mom.
bodily injury, death,
Accidental dismemberment.
all of the above.
Decapitation. Okay, so this is by Norman, and it is entitled Friday Fuckery by Norman.
And this is straight from a post.
Yeah, okay.
The horse's mouth.
So I've invented a new shop game, Pedestrian Detection Roulette. Here's how I discovered it. I was making my way back into the shop from parking a job. A sales dork came ripping the wrong way up a one-way alley trying to avoid traffic at the front of the shop. I stepped in front of the truck to slow him down, just to be a dick. Well, the pedestrian detection system parked on the truck in a nanosecond. The sales putz was not seatbelted and ate shit into the steering wheel / windshield.
I love that terminology. Putz. I love
That's
that.
a good one. Sales dork, sales putz. I'm going to
Also,
use this
in the original post. The dork was spelt with a 0 instead of an O.
Nice.
And the putz was spelt with a capital U.
Very nice. Very nice.
Sorry, that wasn't in my printout. So
No. I had to correct it.
I couldn't specify. Now, in the shop, I am jumping / darting out in front of 2021 model vehicles. We find out real quick who has it equipped or turned on. It is fun. So far, I have gotten the guy who speeds onto his 4-post, head out the window, 25 kilometers per hour, 15.5 miles per hour. I love how he includes that. Okay, pops up the ramp and whoops, there's old Norm, darting between the posts in front of the lift. Screech! Fuck! Face to the A-pillar. I am laughing my dick off.
So once again, we cannot condone this, but it's funny as hell.
Pictures and videos didn't happen.
Right.
Norma's got a really good story there.
What?
Well, Norm laughed his dick off, so
Oh.
Norma.
Norma. Very good, Kevin. Where's the rim shot, Zach? There you go. Okay.
I heard it's enorm.
Dix enormous. There you go.
We do
Dixie.
share brains.
Oh, right. Dix enormous.
Dix
Right,
enormous.
right,
Dixie
right, right, right.
enormous, yes.
I'm going to come.
Have you ever heard of that? The new cider brand that's coming out?
Huh?
Oh, Dixon.
Dixon cider?
Yeah. Dixon is coming out with a new brand. of
Dixon cider?
Yeah.
Really?
I also heard that they had a new brand of nuts as well.
Oh, Dixon nuts?
Yeah, Dixon.
I got to thank Heidi and Frank. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah. 95.5. Get it.
It's like right next to Schvetty balls.
Oh, dude.
Have you ever heard Schvetty balls? Okay.
That's a classic.
SNL, my fave.
Oh, man. So, like I said, we don't condone it, but it is funny as shit. I honestly don't know if I would have the balls to do that. That is literally
You really got to know your model years.
Yeah, well, there's that number one.
Like,
but
2019 coming. Don't do it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks the same. Shit, it doesn't have the right grill.
It's a 21.5. Fuck.
Or the system is turned off.
Right, there's that.
Yeah.
Is a strong possibility, right? I mean,
Hey, he said roulette.
Yeah.
Right, I was gonna say load a bullet.
Norman is a braver man than I am.
It's about the thrill of it all.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, thrill and things that aren't worth it. Real fast. We'll keep it brief, but we heard from a friend who also works at a dealership. We wanted to slightly touch on the whole workplace outburst thing. We will go into this further because it is a good topic, but we're getting close to that point. So we heard from a friend, like I said, there was a very heated, particular, intense ass outburst that she went through, and she's a good friend to Allie's, and you heard this firsthand, so I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, so apparently we work with all kinds of different people, different personalities. So eventually, like, people are going to butt heads.
Of course,
but it's the fashion in which they butt heads that is questionable, that type of thing. So apparently 2 salespeople got into it. And there was all kinds of yelling and screaming, customers involved, people feeling really, really uncomfortable. And I just wanted to touch on this topic because, like, what do? Do you jump in? Do you know the person? Do you say, hey, like, you're making a lot of people really uncomfortable right now, and slam the door on them? Like,
well, when you were telling me this, it sounded like she was really uncomfortable because she could hear it, like, from downstairs, her working upstairs. She, was really friggin' uncomfortable.
That's a pretty big confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, Allie was like, the fact of the matter is, it's still a place of business. So, I mean, if you're going to have that type of confrontation, maybe it's not the best idea to do it right in the middle of the showroom.
so here's the thing.
At all. Like, take it outside to the street or don't do it at all.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. When you do take it outside to the street, when you are pounding, on walls and getting pissed off, who wins in this situation? Like,
absolutely
It's
nobody.
coming. It's coming.
if you're the one,
That's what she said.
if you're the one who loses your shit, no matter if you're right, wrong, or indifferent,
You're at fault.
you lost.
Yeah. First person
You
to walk
let
away.
the other person get your goat. I've done this. I've lost my shit on someone before.
Hey,
Yep.
you mean Jeffrey?
Oh my God. We're not talking about that right now.
What, Jeffrey? I love Jeffrey. By the way, Allie's goat's name is Jeffrey. That's for another
whenever
time.
Jake pisses me off. He says that he gets my goat, and he's named my goat Jeffrey. So whenever I start to get pissed off, he's like, oh, "Is that Jeffrey?"
That is super cute that not only do you guys have like a name for like getting upset, but you've also named the fictitious.
Yes, 100%.
It's a thing. I hate it. I love it. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's great. We love each other.
Yeah, exactly. We love each other.
So yeah, I mean,
and to add insult to injury, like I said, I don't know the story as good as Allie does, but I've got a little bits and pieces to, it's hard to relay from somebody else. But to add to that, one of these people allegedly, and like
Allegedly.
I'm going
Allegedly
because I really don't know. I wasn't there to witness it, so it's not right of
Same.
me to just go for it. But allegedly, this person has a conceal and carry, and they carry it on premise.
Which in
And
California, you can have a permit that allows you to conceal because you're not allowed to carry a firearm at all. So you have to go through a whole process
A lot of states
that
have it.
determines that you're like calm and cool enough to have this weapon and make good decisions if you know,
yeah,
God forbid, need it.
right. And
So
a lot of states have
probably
that,
if you are an outbursty type of person,
or short-tempered, or whatever the case. Now,
Probably shouldn't have any firepower with you.
right. Well, and at our dealership, your dealership, it's like it's part of the, a stipulation of there. It's the agreement. It's, or, the employee package. Guns aren't allowed on the premises. And it's like some places of business will allow you to carry on site. Some places don't. This particular place, once again, from what we heard, does not accept this.
Yeah.
So, and apparently this gentleman is kind of flashy with it. Once again, kind of allegedly, but I'm going off of just what we've heard.
Probably not a person you want working for you.
And besides that, it's all like it's really a huge responsibility and honor, to a sense, to be accepted into that program. And in my personal opinion, because I'm actually trying to get my CCW. It's something that I believe in. I like the Second Amendment right thing. So if it happens and I get lucky enough, I'm cool with that. And it's like, but there is...
it's not getting lucky. It's having the right. It's an earned thing.
By lucky, I feel that I've done my research and I have gone through it, that I've been accepted into this.
Right.
That's what I mean by lucky. I just, it is an honor to get that. So it's like, when I hear about stories like this where somebody goes off the handle like that and they have that responsibility, you shouldn't have that. That's a big no-no in my book.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an interesting situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like I said, a lot of allegeds, but just something we wanted to talk about. But outbursts will be something we'll talk about soon.
And speaking of outbursts, Kevin, let me get a little bit of that. Oh, yeah. There
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
yeah.
We were on the same page there.
Hashtag sell the bell.
Yeah.
60%
of the time, it works every time.
Sorry, that was a double push.
That was like a triple push right
It
there.
was a double. It was 350 and 60%.
I was like trying to figure out what it
350 and 60%. That sounds like a math problem.
was. The train is traveling.
What's 60% of tree feeding?
Trigonometry.
The hypotenuse.
It's 2:15.
The
I
hypotenuse.
wish I was hypotenuse.
Allie's just sitting there like, I don't know.
Again, so our hashtag Sell the Bell project. The bell is the 5th character of our show.
Yep.
What's up, Belle?
We love the bell. We want to share it with you.
And keep in mind, this is not going
It's
to...
$2.10, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
What was it?
60% of
2.10.
I said 2:15. So
You were off by
just saying.
5 cents.
5 cents.
Just saying.
I need about 2.10. That doesn't come off the tongue as well. and with the sell the bell thing, besides the fact of, like Mike said, being the 5th character, this will not be here forever. This was meant to be a
limited production run.
Yeah, it was meant to be a special limited run. So it's like, if you
It's
want,
for funsies.
yeah, if you
Well, then
want,
we're losing our ass on it. So
No, that is not true.
that's Kevin.
We're doing
Kevin.
just fine.
But it's, if you want to support us, you like it, and you want one, it's not going to be here forever. We've got a couple more units, but once they're gone, and we're going to move on to other projects. So,
And if you didn't like the hashtag Sell the Bell project, let us know what you would like to see.
at customerstates@gmail.com.
T-shirts, hats, pens,
koozies.
Did I mention
Koozies.
T-shirts? Limited production fanny packs. I don't know.
Underwear.
Kids that do.
Sticky notes,
days.
sticker packs, ice packs, coolers, hot dogs with my faces on them.
You have many faces?
Is that an option?
I kind of hope it is. But, all right.
Is that time again?
It is. I guess it is that time to start rolling with the outro.
Yeah. So, once again, we're going to, and I'm a horrible person, but I don't know the.
You're not a horrible
Why?
person.
Well, you're not a horrible person, just a degen. We want to plug our buddy Sean Lifter's GoFundMe one more time. You can go on to GoFundMe. You can search Sean Lifter. It's SeanLifter. He's going through a lot, guys. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer. He's got a beautiful family. We really love and respect him. We want to keep him around.
He and his family need your support, either financially or in your thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Everything,
Every little bit.
right, and that's the thing. If you can donate, that's awesome. If it's just a prayer or a thought, that's just as important. And,
send them out his way.
right, and if all, not, and by me saying all you can do, that's not what I mean, but if you want to show your support, you can always send us. It's like, if you write into us, it's like, hey guys, love what you're doing, here's an idea,
Send
by
Sean
the
a
way,
shout out.
bingo.
We'll read
It's
that.
like,
Yeah, absolutely.
100%, because small stuff like that really adds up, and it helps when people are in a dark time like that. So it would mean a lot.
And again, as always, you can find us at Customer States podcast at gmail.com. That's how to email us.
What is that also, Mike?
That's also our PayPal. Just also happens to be our PayPal.
But what's our Instagram?
Instagram is customer_states, which is also our Twittergram.
What's our Zuck.com?
Facebook.com
I think you
/
misspoke, Jake.
customerstates.com.
Zuck.
Too many .coms. Yeah. But you could always reach out to us there. Pretty much just search Customer States wherever you can. You can also support us on anchor.fm. We have a few supporters on there. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Jean-Luc.
Thank you,
guys are
Justice
awesome.
Brothers.
Justice Brothers.
Jean-Luc.
Thank you,
Oh, wait,
Ray.
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Hopefully he watches Letterkenny, otherwise he's going to think you're dissing him.
He gets it.
He gets it.
Or he thinks Letterkenny is super offensive, and we
Well,
fucked
it might
up.
be.
And to that I say,
Also, thank you to El Ranchito Taco Shop.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ray.
And all of our future sponsors that we would like.
We're waiting for you.
Please write into us. We love... found my pen.
Found my pen.
We love to hear from you guys. Please continue to send us in listener mails. We cannot do this without you. Your support, all of your kind words, and even some of your bad words help make us do this. This even more.
We're still going to read it.
Shape.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. This is episode 20. We will see you real soon. Next episode. And Allie.
Love you.
Later, guys.
Hi, this is Mike Serra from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.